Some conversations end, but they do not feel finished. You put down the phone, leave the room, or close the laptop, and your shoulders are still raised. Your attention keeps replaying one sentence. The other person may already have moved on, while your body is still carrying the exchange. That residue is real, but calling it bad energy turns a felt experience into a verdict about another person. A better question is smaller and more useful. What happened in the interaction? What changed in you? And what kind of response would fit the situation now? One piece of the answer is emotional contagion. In a laboratory group study, Sigal Barsaid found that mood could spread among people who were interacting, with effects on cooperation and conflict. That does not mean every mood transfers, or that anyone is deliberately transmitting it. It means social tone can become shared. Another piece is co-rumination, repeatedly revisiting a problem, speculating about causes, and dwelling on negative feelings together. Research in adolescent friendships found that this pattern could deepen closeness while also carrying emotional costs. Supportive conversation and co-rumination are not the same. The difference is whether the exchange creates perspective or only more circling. So the goal is not to identify draining people. A difficult conversation can emerge from stress, grief, uncertainty, mismatched expectations, or a relationship pattern that both people help maintain. Sometimes the other person is acting unfairly. Sometimes you are overloaded before the conversation begins. Often, more than one thing is true. Start with the residue, not the verdict. After the conversation, notice what is still present. Muscle tension, urgency, mental replay, numbness, irritation, or confusion. Then use a precise label. I feel pressured is more workable than they are toxic. It describes your current state without pretending to know the whole cause. Next, identify the job of the conversation. Did the speaker want to be heard, to make a decision, to solve a practical problem, or to discharge emotion? You can ask directly, do you want listening, ideas, or help choosing a next step? The question does not guarantee cooperation, but it reduces one common mismatch. If the same issue keeps returning, add structure. Set a time boundary, summarize what has already been said, ask what is new today or what decision is actually available. A conversation can remain compassionate without becoming unlimited. Structure is not coldness. It is a way to protect attention from an open loop. Then change the dose. You might pause for 10 minutes, move the conversation to tomorrow, shorten the call, step outside, or return with one specific request. The smallest effective boundary is often easier to communicate and easier to keep than a dramatic cutoff. Distance can be proportional rather than punitive. At work, imagine a colleague who brings the same crisis to your desk every afternoon. Instead of absorbing another complete replay, you might say, I have 15 minutes. Do you want me to listen, help draft the email, or help decide the next action? The limit and the offer can exist in the same sentence. With a friend or family member, the stakes may feel more personal. Try naming your capacity without diagnosing them. I care about this, and I am getting overloaded. I can stay for 10 more minutes, or we can come back tomorrow with one question to work on. This keeps the relationship visible while making the boundary concrete. Not every situation is safe or negotiable. Harassment, coercion, threats, and repeated boundary violations require a different priority. Protect yourself, document what matters, and seek appropriate support. Power differences can limit your choices. A proportional boundary is a tool, not a rule that everyone can use in every moment. Afterward, help your nervous system register that the interaction has ended. Change rooms, wash a cup, take a brief walk without rehearsing the argument, write one sentence about what happened and one sentence about what you will do next. Recovery is not proof that the other person was harmful. It is basic attention maintenance. The method is simple. Notice the residue, name the pattern, narrow the goal, and negotiate the dose. Notice what changed in you. Name the interaction without turning it into a character judgment. Narrow the conversation to listening, deciding, or acting. Then choose a boundary that fits the stakes and your real capacity. A draining conversation does not automatically reveal a bad person, and your reaction does not need to be ignored. Treat the feeling as information. Check the pattern. Add structure. Change the dose when needed. The conversation may not become easy, but your next move can become clearer, smaller, and more deliberate.